So welcome to Challenge the Road. We're in the V12 Vantage. Sounds amazing. And now we've changed it to green for the competition. You can use the app, you can join on YouTube and we'll give you tickets from there. It's on Android, it's on iOS, and we got the website coming. But just going back to this car, we've got some suspension stuff to do Monday actually. This Sunday I am up at Wembley with Smee. I'll put that on the screen. I've had Sam up there today just taking some photos, etc, and the McLaren P1 is there too. What we do, we go a bit further and I can pull over, because obviously the main reason for the video is because we've been doing a lot on EVs and there's some announcements from Aston Martin that are quite interesting and I think we need to go through them. So the P1 is up at Petrol Headism up in Wembley Underground. There's lots of famous YouTubers there, so I'm going to go up there and see them. Looking forward to that. Got to leave quite early and it's going to be quite a long day. And then Monday we're going to do some suspension stuff on this car, and then I'm sort of going to call it, that's it then. I just want to push the competition, get these tickets sold, get a winner. It's going to be quite tough because we're new to this. I haven't done this before, so we're going to need all your help with the tickets, etc. But you know, there's two ways. You can win the car, or you can have 60,000 of cash and a driver's package, and that means I will store the car for you, look after it, you can come and pick it up, I'll insure it, you can drive it, bring it back, come on our track days for 3 years, and then we just take the car back. I think that's a really good option, because with a lot of these competitions, when you win the car, you don't really know how you're going to, one, insure it, garage it, do all these things. So we can do that and keep that at our storage facility. So going back to what I wanted to go through, obviously I'm reading a lot of news, looking at a lot of things. We've still got the Taycan, which, you know, I still really enjoy to drive. I just worry about the values of them. We actually sold the van in the week and actually got a really good trade price. So we bought the van, I think, for about 50k, including VAT, and we sold it trade for 42, and we done 10,000 miles. So I think that's pretty good, and that's a year old. You'll see from the previous video with the Land Rover and changing to the van. Now the Taycan, totally different story. We'll pull over here because I want to use my iPad. Let's just pull in here and it's easier to talk to you guys then. Hopefully you've got enough light here. Right, all different things now because I've moved, finding new roads, finding a lot of roads closed though. Now let's turn this V12 off. I'm enjoying this V12 though. Now what we do, Aston Martin have come out with a statement. We'll read it here. So we've got, they are saying that their plans for EV, they're going to really change a hell of a lot. Let's just open it here. Now, Aston Martin, this is the article. Where's this in? Doesn't say. Aston Martin is reversing course on previous plans for a fully electric lineup by 2030. Chairman Lawrence Stroll announced that the company will continue selling internal combustion vehicles well into the 2030s. Stroll cited a desire for customers for sounds and smells and their sports cars as the reason for the shift. Okay, so now the next thing is, as the rate of EV adoption continues to slow, some automakers are reassessing their previously bullish plans for electrification. And we have seen this. A lot of them were saying 2025. They wanted to be full electric and they've moved that on. So it's nothing new. But because I went to the Vantage launch, I was looking at it thinking another V8, V12, no hybrid. Who's going to buy this car? But actually looking at it now, if the EV market's going to slow, people aren't worried about buying V8s and V12s. Or a car like this. This is a 6-litre V12 and it's beautiful. The engine, everything about it drives lovely. And the other interesting thing is, against the garden centre rates, I put in, I think £60 of electric got me 200 miles, and £60 of fuel in this got me 180. And this is a 6 litre V12, and I was able to get a VAT receipt, so it's cheaper. Right, winding the clock back to April 22, Aston Martin issued a statement targeting 2030 as the end of a line for new models and internal combustion engines. At that point, the manufacturer was planning to sell its first EV as soon as 2025, with its first plug-in hybrid model arriving in 2024. I don't think there's anything in 2024, but we'll carry on. Now Stroll says the company's first EV has been postponed from 2025 to 2027 at the earliest. So he's probably thinking the same as, we are with these solid state batteries. If they're going to start sort of producing them in 2027, that is a massive game changer for the EV market. We plan to launch at the end of 2025 and we're ready to do so, but it seems there is a lot of hype in EVs, politically driven or whatever, than customer demand. He's got a point. Particularly at an Aston Martin price point, Stroll told Autocar. Instead, the company has developed a new EV platform capable of taking on 4 types of EV: a Grand Tourer, an SUV, a crossover, and a mid-engine supercar. That's quite interesting, that, because they've got the DBX, actually really, really nice to drive, but it means they're going to add sort of a crossover car as well. So, while neither Stroll nor Aston Martin have confirmed what the brand's first EV will be, it's pretty safe bet we'll be seeing an electric Aston SUV well before we get an electric sports car for the brand. And that makes sense to me. I think that the SUV with electric is the way to go. I'm just not interested in electric hypercars, supercars. I don't know if you guys are the same, but they don't interest me. I just feel like I want the noise and I want a combustion car for that. And day to day, yeah, I'm happy in an EV. If it's got the right range and the infrastructure gets better, it's fine for what I need. The company will put its focus on investing plug-in hybrid technology instead. It plans to use the technology to bridge the transition to electrification. The company's first hybrid model will be a 998 horsepower Valhalla. This is a car, again, I was offered the Valhalla, a place for that. And I wasn't sure because it was a huge amount of money. I'm trying to think how much it was. I thought it was 600k. I think it's going to be even more. It's not quite where I'm going at the moment. I quite enjoy these Vantages or Porsche GT3 or 997. That power is sourced from an AMG-derived twin-turbo 4-litre V8 and a pair of electric motors. But this car has been delayed a lot, just so you guys know as well. I'm sure this car was already supposed to be out. Stroll told Autocar that customers want smells and sounds, and they're sports cars after all. Okay. According to Autocar, most of Aston Martin's PHEV technology will be centred around Mercedes AMG V8 engines and V12 engines. So, I mean, a plug-in V8 and V12, fantastic. And we've seen that, already, but that would be really good. Stroll told the publication that customers are less interested in V6s at that price point. And you can see that. The Artura McLaren, how well is that selling? I don't think very well at all. The 296 is another car. I'm hearing of them under 200,000 in the trade. And that looks a lot of car. And I've actually just sold my 430 Scuderia. And I was thinking, does the 296 affect a lot of these older models? Because I would have a 296 over the Scuderia any day if the prices are the same, and it looks like they are, and the 296 could even go lower, and what an amazing car. We like the idea of more V8 and V12 powered cars, but how long does Aston Martin plan to keep that production going? And he just says here, for as long as we're allowed to make ICE cars, we'll make them. We think there will always be demand, even if it's small. according to Stroll in the same interview, he doesn't see demand slowing at all around the PHEVs. And I think he's right. I mean, I think that plug-in hybrid is definitely the way to go, 100%. And I say the only problem is the batteries. But if the batteries are only in a hybrid scenario, I don't think it's, you know, massively a problem. So other things that have been going on, JM put a video out about our CTR Vantage. You can head over to his channel and have a look there. Interesting comments. Obviously, it's been a long journey, this CTR Vantage and what we're doing, but I do feel like we're sort of on top of it now, and we're making some really, really nice cars. I've been out in the blue car today. I'm out in this one now. I think they drive fantastically well. I think it's a very, very good car. I do like Aston Martin, and I'm not going to say I prefer it over a Porsche. I think they're about the same. I think the Porsche has areas that it's more analog than this car, but this has a lot of pluses as well, and I really enjoy them. So yeah, have a look at his video. It's had a lot of views already and a lot of comments on there. Going forward this week, we've got Bewl Water Friday, another Cars and Coffee. If you can make that, I'll put the link on the description. That's a nice event. Lots of, you know, just nice people catching up. We park the cars at the front. We've got some nice cars coming as well to that. So I'm looking forward to doing that. Then on the Monday, the following week, we've got Jake Hill out in this V12, the competition one, and the V8 Vantage S we've got. And he's going to be setting up the suspension on that with Alex from Garage 28. So yeah, we've got some fun times ahead. And also, we've just had a bit of sun because the weather, oh my God, it just makes you want to move country. But hopefully we've got some sun. It's getting a little bit drier. We can get a bit more excited about being in England because it's going to be a short window now. We've got sort of April, May, June, July, August, and then we're back into almost autumn and going into winter again. But yeah, hope you enjoy these videos. If you get a chance to like, subscribe, really helps the channel grow, and I'll see you again soon.